There's 3 mistakes I want you to avoid when growing your online dietitian business. Because let's face it, you want to save time and energy, but you also want to see the results. In order for you to keep that anxiety at bay, watch today's video. The biggest mistake by far would be lack of branding, or your messaging has no focus. Many dietitians come to us and they want to be seen as an expert in nutrition or general health and wellness, but that's not really clear. Or they want to be an expert in 5 things, and that's also not very clear. So choosing your messaging and making sure that people know who you are and what you represent is a really great way for you to stand out and get clients faster, because you're more memorable, and it's easier for you to find marketing opportunities when you're really clear with what you do, who you help, and why you do what you do. There are a few signs that show that you are not as clear as you think you are. What I want you to do is write down your skills and interests, narrow down to the top 2 to 5, ideally the top 2. I prefer you to choose the top 1, but at least narrow down to the top 1 to 3 skills. Then I want you to research and see who's representing these particular areas, like what's already out there. Examples might be disease conditions. I want you to look for leading expert in certain diseases and conditions. So let's say you are interested in prenatal and that made it to your top 3 list. I want you to see who are experts in the prenatal dietitian and nutrition space. Let's say that you're interested in hypothyroidism and see who's an expert in that space. Now, we have interviews from several of our clients that represent different diseases and conditions, so you can learn their story. Check out Dietitian Boss alumni Priscilla's story. I want you to grow your online dietitian business by avoiding this second mistake that we see all the time, and that's neglecting to build your community. Now, community building can take time and energy. I'll be the first to share, when I started this business, I spent a lot of time building community by going on Instagram and genuinely talking to and having conversations with other dietitians who are on social media. So what I was doing is talking to them about what they were doing, did they enjoy their work, how much were they getting paid, and I built relationships with these dietitians. We supported each other's work on social media, on Instagram specifically. We built authentic connections, and they asked me if they could hire me as their coach, and that's how I started this company. So I want you to think about doing the same. I've noticed that this is a sticking point for a lot of dietitians, is getting out there on social media and having conversations with people. Now, I know it can feel weird because you're not sure who to talk to, which is why narrowing down who those people are, like the last example, I said to write down 3 different areas, disease states or conditions, and narrow down what your skills are and the disease and conditions that you might be interested in, and think about how you want to position yourself. You could be in the prenatal space, you could be in the PCOS space, you could be in the weight neutrality space, but I want you to think about having conversations with people in this space that want to achieve the goal that you help them with from a nutrition standpoint. And it might take some time to figure this out, but once you start building community, that's a fast way for you to start gaining followers, respect, and becoming an expert in your space, and then that helps you really land clients. But it can feel awkward. You might not know what to say or how to go about this, and that's why I want to invite you to join the library, an affordable monthly membership where we walk you through with our curriculum and roadmap exactly what to do at your stage of business so that you can grow the online dietitian business of your dreams. We also offer live coaching calls and support and feedback so that we can help you when you feel stuck in your journey growing your dietitian business. The third biggest mistake I see when growing your online dietitian business includes ignoring feedback. Ignoring feedback and client testimonials. Technically, those are 2 different topics, but I'm lumping them in one for today's video. Feedback is what people say, and it might not always be obvious. You might not get an email that's really specific about here's the feedback about working with you, but that feedback might come in the form of an email reply that you get, or comments on your posts on social media, or things people tell you when you have conversations with them, even if you're not on social media. So I want you to start to, really be observant about what you're hearing and seeing when it comes to feedback from clients who are paying you, and also people in your community. So you're really going to need to think critically about what people are saying and tune into what they're saying, and that's going to help you really curate a clear message. Testimonials are a big topic too. Now, you want to make sure, depending on where you live, that testimonials are legal and you're allowed to use them. So make sure to check with where you live and what the rules are. But if you are allowed to use testimonials, I want you to ask for them, right? So I want you to have a process where you're asking regularly for testimonials from clients who are happy and satisfied to work with you. Check out this testimonial from Dietitian Boss alumni Jennifer. Now, she made $3,500 from insurance and people that enrolled in her 8-week group program that we helped her create. She said before your program, meaning before Dietitian Boss program, this was what she would average per month. And so she's very excited that she was able to earn that in a week. I want you to really know that the options and opportunities are endless when it comes to creating the income, impact, and flexibility that you want as a dietitian in your online business. Of course, you need to ask for approval from testimonials. You need to ask if you're allowed to use them, but you can create a process where you say, if you had a good experience, would you allow me to share that with my community? And if they say yes, then you want to leverage that opportunity so that you can let people know about the great work that you're doing and get them excited about what's ahead for them. Oh, if you need some help on how you can avoid mistakes to grow your online dietitian business, I want to invite you to join the library. We've created an affordable monthly membership that gives you access to our curriculum that comes in the form of roadmaps and modules. You have access to me and my team with live Q&As and responses between business hours to help you when you get stuck. And you'll also have access to a community with other registered dietitians. You can join in the link below and make sure to watch this next video on screen.